let's dig right into it because our time is a bit limited. You know, Mary, you have been through what, 52 different states and God knows how many years of amazing.
There's probably 52 moves in 11 states.
What obstacles have you faced and how did you get over one particular obstacle?
As a child, my dad was always being transferred and you just picked up and moved, you're going along with the ride. And then after I graduated from high school, I just expected that that's what everybody did. If you want to call it a goal, my goal is just to be a better version of myself today than I was yesterday. If whatever the situation that I encountered yesterday, let me work on that today so that I can try to be better at it, avoid it if I need to, or try to strengthen the virtue that I need.
Absolutely. And I know one of the things that really, really helps me and some of the women that I work with is that I just say, okay, I have to say 5 things that I did, usually more, but at least start with 5 things I did right today.
Yes. That's very hard, I think, for women.
Yes.
Women are servants at heart, Sure, we want equality, pay equality, we want to be noticed, but we want to do. You might think of men as the thinkers and the women as the doers, but I think that's what our heart is about, doing, and mostly doing for other people. You ask any mother, she's always thinking of her children. She's not thinking of herself. If she had 3 children and there were 3 pieces of pie left, she's going to feed them. She's not going to take a piece of herself.
Well, I can tell you as a mother, that's exactly, and I have, by the way, 3 children. Yeah. And one of the things is that that's one of the things that I think is so important is that women own the other part of themselves.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lesson in humility, not humiliation, but humility.
Oh.
And I think that takes courage and inner strength.
And again, that goes back to faith, that we're here to do something for other people.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's interesting to me because you were on this career of being head nurse in trauma units for many, many years, among other high-ranking positions in life and death situations.
Yeah.
How did you move from there to this wonderful feel-good? Let me show my send a card. I don't know if you can see that okay, but
I have always loved cards, always loved keeping in touch because I moved so much. And I wanted to keep in touch with family and friends. So I would always write letters. And then I got to a computer and I found out you could do a program. Well, it just ate up the ink and it cost so much to buy the cardstock and the envelopes and whatever. And I moved down to Houston in 2014 and a friend saw me creating the cards and she said, I think I've got a simpler solution for you. So when she showed me this, I thought, wow, this was wonderful. So now I'm the type of person that cannot draw a stick man without a ruler.
Love it.
And now I'm finding that I can be really creative. So if I'm with somebody, like when I met you and we just took a selfie.
Yes.
And popped it in a card, and now it's a memento that both of us can share.
Yes, and I was describing before we came on camera that it meant so much to me, and it was such a beautiful saying. And I'd like to, what would you share before we do that? Because unfortunately our time is going, and I hate
to. Oh, sorry. I talk too much.
No, you don't. Believe me, everything you say is so vital. It's a real jewel. But I love this. She wrote, doubt kills more dreams than fear ever will. I mean, isn't that is just so it's something you want to keep. I mean, I want to keep. And as I mentioned to you, I don't keep things. I throw everything out. That's really something. What would you, if you ever would think of something that, would you like some sort of mission or some sort of idea to go worldwide to women? Do you?
You know,
Yes, we have that tendency. And we also have the other part. We also can accept change. We can move through change, and we can change the way we look at change, whether it's forced on us or not. And you are somebody you've had a very, very strong career for many, many years. And you have also your view as a woman. And one of the things that I think is very interesting, I know we talked about this before, is how did you do it? I mean, years ago, they didn't like people like you in higher places calling the shots. How do you deal with that?
There was this one doctor who, it was at a time where the doctors were king. You know, if a doctor you were busy at the desk and the doctor walked in, you got up to give him your seat. Right? Didn't matter that you were the one working and he was just going to sit down. No, it was just proper etiquette. This man was an older gentleman, well known in the profession, loved by everybody, but he wanted total control of his patients. Think of the old Dr. Welby, you know. Well, I really felt that this person could have used some social service workers helping them out, you know, helping them find a nursing home, helping the family deal with some of the stress. But I had to come up with a way to make it look like it was all his idea. And after I did, everything was fine. So it was just a way of dealing with people.
That's challenging.
Yes.
I think that giving up that ego, if any.
I'm a big animal lover, a big dog lover. Dogs have this innate ability for unconditional love. I mean, all you have to do is take out the garbage and come back, and it's like they've missed you for 10 years, you know? They are just so loving.
They are.
If you have a bad day, they know it. They will come and kiss your tears, you know? They're just so wonderful. I would like to have people realize that they are enough too, and that heart that they have is big enough for the world. Share it to the world and know that you are unconditionally loved.
That is a beautiful and very true statement. And I know that that is one of the things that is so important nowadays to convey to ourselves, to our past, so we can move on and keep on moving.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I agree with
Just
that.
keep giving. Giving of yourself. The more you have, give it away, and it will return 100-fold. You know? There's a quote by Churchill that says, "We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give."
Yes.
I think that's so profound.
And I'm so glad that nowadays there is this more of a giving atmosphere in business, helping one another, trusting one another. And that's why for women, this is just a wonderful new reality where we can really help one another and push each other on.
Right, right. And you're doing such a great service.
Wow.
All that you do. And that is just such a wonderful thing. And I know that the women that you work with are thrilled to have you in their lives.
Oh, I'm going to cry. Thank you. I was saying that. Thank you so much. God bless you. Our time is up, and would you come back? Because Mary, you are really kind of an open book, and you have so many chapters to your life, and we haven't even touched on a quarter of what we were going to touch on.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun. Come back. Thank you.
Thank you. Please do, and thank you for being part of it. Thank you.